Hi, I am Katie Allen, the Year 5-6 teacher at Waimeri Main School.
And I am Sharon Willocks, the Year 3-4 teacher at Waimeri Main School. We are here to discuss our Digital 2 assignment.
When we completed Digital 1, our focus was on introducing an initiative that would solve several identified concerns in our classes. Firstly, we wanted to motivate our students in their learning using a digital tool to showcase their work. Then, we wanted to give them a real purpose for completing a task and decided the best way was through giving them an audience. We also felt that feedback to the students would also be a motivating factor. From a survey, we identified that parents at Waimeri Main are very busy and at times found it difficult to come to school. We knew they wanted to be part of their child's education, but due to both parents working or a single parent working, it was difficult for them to find the time.
We analysed several initiatives to see what would suit our purpose of communicating with busy parents and one that would truly allow them to be part of their child's education. Price Mitchell states that for true partnership, parents and teachers must develop opportunities for two-way communication, through which learning is the key goal. Both must take responsibility to develop positive outcome for the children. Successful parent involvement means mutual participation by families and teachers. Also, we wanted something that would be motivating to the students in our classroom. We decided that the best initiative for our desired outcomes was Seesaw. Children were able to use Seesaw on their Chromebooks to easily add items that then their parents could connect with and could comment on. Seesaw was an easy tool for the students to use to add a variety of items to engage their parents with their own learning. Burgess says that parental engagement often motivates the child to do well. They could upload anything to receive an instant audience that then could provide feedback. For our busy parents, they are then notified that their child has added something that they can look at in their own time, comment on, and feel as if they are involved in their child's learning.
After implementing Seesaw, we have seen that the students are engaged when they are adding their items. They are excited when they receive feedback, especially when it is not from the teacher.
Paul Elliott, Tokumatua.
I'm getting a tickly nose.
Hi, this is Abby and she's a Year 6 student in my class. So Abby, what is Seesaw? Why do we use it?
You publish videos and pictures and writing.
So Abby, what do you like about Seesaw?
Mum comments and my friends, and I like publishing online and stuff.
Hi, this is Bella and she's a Year 4 student in Sharon's class. So Bella, what is Seesaw? Why do we use it?
We use it because you can write things on Seesaw and then you can send it to your mum and dad, and your mum and dad will like it.
What do you like about Seesaw?
That I can send it to my mum and dad and they know what I do.
So do you have any examples? What have you done?
I sent my cross-country writing to my mum and dad.
Yeah. Hi, this is Jackson and he's a Year 4 student in Sharon's class. So Jackson, what is Seesaw? Why do we use it?
So your mum can see what you've done in class.
I have had parents come to me and check that we are still using Seesaw if their child hasn't added anything in a while. One parent has said, I really like the Seesaw program. I get to see what you are doing in class and reading Annika's work. I love it. Happy face. Hope you keep it going and use it more often. Happy face. This feedback from parents validates the reason for using Seesaw. In their busy daily lives, they are still able to connect to their child's school life without having to physically come into the classroom all the time. They enjoy seeing what their child has done and being able to comment on it or having conversations at home about their learning.
Throughout the implementation of the digital tool, there were many successes as well as failures. Through experimentation, the students manoeuvred themselves around the app. This is a positive of Seesaw. For the children, whatever their age, they could easily use all areas of the app. The teacher did not need to teach them. It was through experimentation they could discover their own learning, which is a very powerful way to learn. Effective Literacy Practice Years 5 to 8 mentions that their motivation and engagement increases when they assume ownership of their learning. The students are able to do this independently without teacher help. They were engaged when adding items and loved to share their learning with their class and those at home too.
Another success would be the ease of use for the teacher also. As teachers are extremely busy, Seesaw needed to be an easy tool to use, which it was. Once there was work or comments that needed to be approved, we get an email. After clicking the link, we are taken to what needs to be approved. After a quick check, the teacher only needs to click the green tick for it to be approved and added to the child's page. Parents also find it really easy. They also get an email if their child has added work. From here, they can click on the link to see the work that their child has added. Simple. Parents are interested in their child's learning and want to know what is happening. From here, they can reinforce the learning at home about their child's learning. No longer having the "what did you do at school today" conversation with the child replying, "Nothing." They now know and are enjoying having those conversations and trying things that are being done in the class at home.
One really important success for us having Seesaw would be protecting the children. We have SIFS children who are not allowed to be published online. Seesaw protects their identity while they are still able to publish their work and pictures online. Seesaw enables the protection as when parents sign up with a special code emailed from the teacher, they then select on their own child to connect with them and only them. The teacher has to also approve that the parent is connecting to their child. A great tool that provides protection for our young children.
From our intended purpose, the other success would be that the children have an audience for their work. As we have already said, the children love sharing their work as they know that someone will be reading or looking at it. Whether it is other people in the class, the teacher, or someone at home. Chen, 2013, stated that writing for an audience different from teachers motivates students to translate their existing knowledge into audience-appropriate language. For the children, it wasn't just another piece of work in their book that only the teacher saw, or that may have been shared in the classroom. Somebody was taking the time to look at their work and comment on their work from home.
A success and a failure would be the amount of connected parents. In Sharon's class, the parent response was 100% sign-up, while in Katie's class, the sign-up rate was only 40%. This is a negative aspect of Seesaw. You are relying on parents to have email addresses and to ensure that the school has these. If the teacher does have parent emails, then they are to work through the steps to sign up. We cannot force parents to become part of the Seesaw family. It is purely voluntary. Also, there will be parents who do not feel confident enough in their technology skills to be part of it. This is something that, if continuing on with in the future, needs to be addressed. The fact that parents have to connect to Seesaw was another thing that we had thought about. If we had used a blog instead, the parents wouldn't need to sign up. However, they would have to take the time to look voluntarily as Seesaw emails the parents so they know that their child has added more work. They then know that there is something to look at.
In the classroom, a failure would be some of the children's actions on Seesaw, giving inappropriate comments and adding items that were inappropriate. In hindsight, we should have taught the classes about being good digital citizens to start with. That how we act online and what we put online is actually there for a long time. They leave a digital footprint.
As part of this, we also need to teach children about giving and receiving feedback. According to Hattie, feedback is one of the most powerful influences on learning and achievement. Teaching children what appropriate feedback is and how to give appropriate feedback to their peers. Seesaw gives the children opportunity to practice this. We have to approve the feedback. However, it can create unnecessary work for the teacher, declining comments or work that is inappropriate to share with parents.
Even with the failures, Seesaw was a great tool to implement into the classroom. It met nearly all our intended outcomes. Some are still a work in progress. However, because of the buy-in from the children and the parents, it has been really successful. The children are excited to share things with the people at home.